Good morning. I hope you guys are well. So this is a very quick word for someone or for a group of people, okay? Um, you know, I know for a fact it's for a group of people actually, because the Lord has been highlighting this to me all week. Even I was taking heed of this. But the Lord has been showing me that there was a release of premature death, curses trying to create premature deaths, okay? But I want to just remind you that the Lord said you are covered. You are covered. The Lord specifically highlighted to me that there was a lot of witchcraft attempts pertaining to trying to create car accidents. Okay. Now, again, even I took heed of this once the Lord showed me this. He showed me I forgot what it's called, obituary, and then he showed me people putting flowers. But he didn't just show me one grave where there was flowers. He showed me multiple, which was letting me know that there was attempts towards multiple people. So that's another way how I knew that it was just not one attempt for one person. So again, even I took heed of this word. And that's why many of you guys realize that the warfare has been extremely heavy. Okay, extremely heavy, extremely crazy. And here's the thing. You are covered by God. You are covered by God. The Lord has dispatched angels. The Lord has dispatched angels. There's people who were secretly wishing death on you. And some of these people, you don't even know them. They're strangers. And some of these people, they're family. Some of them, they're colleagues. And it's just a very sad thing when somebody wishes that somebody will pass because they have whatever type of animosity towards someone, or whether it be jealousy or envy. That is just evil, straight up evil. And for some of you guys, this is new information to you. God may have already told you. And, you were kind of feeling hurt because you're like, what have I done for anyone to wish this type of, intent towards my life? And some of you guys, you already knew. Some of us, especially me, some of us, we've already known this to be a thing because we were used to it, right? We're used to it. But the Lord is covering you. And this is one of the reasons why God says we have to be as wise as serpent, as innocent as doves, because these are the types of things that these people try to do. Now, God protected you, right? And he's continuing to protect you. But for a specific person or a group of people, this part of the word is going to be really, direct. Okay? I'm trying to figure out how to articulate it the best way I can for you to understand. There's three things that these people want for the chosen. They either want you in jail, they want you dead, or they want you in a psychord. And these are the three attempts they will use in their spell work. And when it comes to the psychord, their goal is to drive you to complete insanity. And most of the time, it's misdiagnosed. People think it's psychosis, but it's not psychosis. It's actually, you're very sensitive in the spirit, very, very sensitive. So you can feel everything. And you see some information that is being given to you by God that is truthful. But then you see some information that is false being mixed with that. And in results of this, you start to, out of fear, out of anxiety, not knowing what to do, and you panicking, you start to blab out everything that you're seeing and hearing, not knowing what's real from what's not. And because, a lot of people around you are seeing that you're saying a lot of false things, and you're saying things that don't make sense, and they say that you're panicking, or your anxiety, or you're having psychosis, then when you do say something truthful, nobody believes you. That is a part of the witchcraft. The witchcraft is to confuse you. It's to make you start seeing things that are not real in the spirit, or things that are not valid. And again, masqueraded spirits, false familiar spirits, etc. But then you start seeing truthful things as well mixed with it, right? And because you're not discerned and you don't know what's true from what's false, you just say anything, and then you end up in a psychord. And then they utilize that to their advantage, you being in a psychord, to get away with their witchcraft, to get away with their attacks. The best thing to do in this case is to stay cool, If you see anything, hear anything, if you know that you're under attack, don't say anything at all about what you're seeing or hearing to anybody, unless it's like a pastor or somebody you can trust pertaining to, even then it's hard to trust some pastors, but speak to someone that you know you can trust that understands spiritual warfare. It's going to be hard to talk to a doctor. It's going to be hard to talk to a psychiatrist. It's going to be hard to talk to a friend or family, because some of them are even involved, not all, but what they consider psychosis, but really it's black magic. What it will make you do is it will make you start accusing everybody, and even people that are innocent, and then they're going to really think you have a mental problem. So the best thing to do is to stay calm, stay silent, okay, and only speak to people that understand spiritual warfare, and pray, okay? That's where you're going to get the best help, all right? I'm not even going to edit this video. I have too much things to do. I have a coaching call right now, so I don't have time to edit the video. So if you guys hear me repeating things or saying or taking pauses, I'm sorry. Usually I edit videos, so I could block all that out, but I don't got the time right now. The other thing is jail. The next attempt is jail. They'll try to get you to do things or get you on drugs. They'll try to trick you into doing things to get you locked up. Sometimes they'll even send a spirit to try to take over your body, to get you to think that someone's out to get you and that you have to get them first. And that's why you always see stories of people saying that, they hurt someone because they thought the person was going to hurt them, and they end up getting locked up. So this is what they do to play mind games with you. Again, they will say it's psychosis, but it's not psychosis. It's literally the spirit of insanity. They send you the spirit of insanity, spirit of confusion, and they send familiar spirits to start showing you things, and they trick you and do things in the dream. I'm going to post a video later today, a repeat video that I posted in the past, and it talks about the movie Inception, how they can go into the dreams and they can masquerade. They know how to masquerade in dreams, and they know how to shapeshift in dreams. So when you're under attack because of the black magic, they do these things to create more chaos, more confusion. On top of that, they're using the spirit of insanity. They're using spells to mess with your mind, okay? Now, the next attempt is they will try to get you to be unalived in a car accident, or, they'll even try to get someone to poison you, but it's not everyone that will poison you, okay? But what they'll try to do is try to trick you. So you'll see something truthful about someone trying to poison you, but then what they'll do to cover up their tracks is they will send you a lying spirit, or they'll send a spirit of insanity, or they'll send you false dreams to make you think everyone's trying to poison you. So now when you start accusing everybody, the culprit that's actually trying to do it gets off because you're accusing everybody. So everybody around you thinks you're crazy. Do you get it? So this is why you have to be as wise as a serpent and as innocent as a dove, okay? You got to observe. How do I know this? Because I've been through all this. But one of the smartest things that I did was I did not speak out about anything pertaining to black magic or trying to say like who's doing what. I was very, very, not really calm, but I was very, very discerned and wise when it came to what I said versus what I didn't say, okay? So one of the attempts the Lord was showing me that they were doing was they were trying to create car accidents, okay? So for someone specific, whoever resonates with it, actually, you have been going through heavy warfare recently, and you have been going through a lot of attacks, particularly panic attacks at night, okay? And usually when it's panic attacks, it's to make you start to hallucinate. It's to make you start to panic. It's to make you go to the hospital. And that's to trick you into getting into the hospital in the first place. And then when they start questioning you in the hospital, then you start mentioning things like someone's attacking me. This is this. And then they throw you in the Psychord. It's a trap. It's all like, combined, connected, right? The best thing to do when you're going through this is, one, pray Psalm 91, okay? Another thing that really, really helps is putting on a deliverance prayer from the prophetess or prophet or pastor that you trust, someone that's knowledgeable about spiritual warfare. Play their prayer and put it on repeat throughout the night, okay? And then what helps also with the panic attacks and the heated body aches is get a pack of ice, okay, and put the ice on your forehead. And why do I say this is because when they send panic attacks and they send a spirit of insanity, it's to make you start to think, oh my gosh, I'm panicking. They're doing something to me. Oh my gosh, my head is hurting. And then you start panicking more because you're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, right? And when you put the ice on the forehead, instantly it stops your brain from overthinking. A lot of people don't know this, but it's a very good tactic. Putting ice on the forehead stops you from overthinking. And that's one of the worst things to go through when they're doing black magic on you, is to overthink, because then you start panicking, okay? And your brain could be your worst enemy when they're doing spells on your brain, right? So the pack of ice, what it does is it gets your brain to focus on how cold the ice is, right? And it's almost like that's why they call it brain freeze, because when your brain freezes, you stop thinking. You stop overthinking, because your brain is focused on how cold the ice is. Your body's trying to like figure out how to cope with that, right? So you're no longer thinking heavily about multiple things, and then that automatically calms down the panic attacks that you're going through, and you'll notice that your body starts to cool down. So once you have the ice on your forehead after you've prayed, and you have the deliverance prayer praying on your phone, you'll fall asleep like a baby, okay? I promise you. But the Lord said you are covered, you are protected. But guys, in this season, just really be as wise as a serpent and as innocent as a dove. Because let me tell you something, there's people who are so evil, they will even pay multiple people to try to do something to you. Just in case one attempts fail, in their mind, they think, okay, somebody else's attempt might work. But there is someone that is literally harassing and stalking to see if anything has happened to you yet, and nothing has happened to you, because you are protected. You are covered. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you. This is Psalm 91, verse 7. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say, the Lord is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent, for he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Hallelujah. So I want you to know that you are definitely covered, and whoever did what they did to try to, see if you were gone, they may want to get a refund. Okay. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.